go to stage. I think people can join in. Is this live now? Is it live in relation to YouTube? Can other people see me? I've got no idea. StreamYard. I'm trying out something called StreamYard. Apparently that's the invite people. Guests can stream this to their own. No, can't do that. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share instructions for guests. What are the instructions? This is the instructions. Oh God, joining the broadcast. That's the link. Okay. I've got no idea. Oh, hello there. Hi, I'm trying this out. I've never done it before. These are the instructions. Because I tried that live thing yesterday. Hello, ACL Moss. Hello, Janis. Can you hear me at all? Am I coming through? Because I was thinking of doing some more, trying out how to do these live streams. I've never done it before, apart from last night. But this is the software I'm on, this thing called StreamYard, in which people can, hopefully, there's a link I put there that I think people can join. I don't know how I accept them if somebody wants to speak. How does that work? Oh, brilliant! Thanks, Janis. I might not do this. Oh, hi, Samantha. Hi. Oh, thanks for telling me that. Good to know that. Thank you, Samantha. I'll try and remember. My memory's a bit Oh, that's great. So if anybody did want to, I'm just doing this as a kind of test thing. So this is obviously coming through as a YouTube live, isn't it? I've just literally gone on this website today, and I'm finding it blows my mind, this kind of new stuff. Hello, Trevor. Hello. Oh gosh, so it is kind of working then. It's sort of working. I was contacted today by Richard Gill, and he suggested doing a Zoom to discuss things. And I think that's a good idea as well. That'd be great. Oh, you got a notification you were live and you just joined. It's easy. Yeah, it's all new to me, this. I mean, I've seen other people doing these things. I wasn't going to do it for very long. I just, I've been watching the video again today because I watched it a little while ago. The one that's on Jabe's channel, which is that was originally put up under the name Pauline Ralph. Sorry, it was put up under the name Jennifer French. But it's Pauline Ralph's video about looking at baby K, and it's a fantastic video, that is. Hi, notification, yeah. Why I thought of doing this StreamYard thing is that I think with this, at the top there, I'll try and do this again. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, bear with me, because I'm new to all this. If I want to invite people, if they want to speak, not saying anybody has to, obviously, but if it, rather than me just rabbiting on, if other people want to say things, I've added a comment there, which is, that's the thing you're meant to click in order to be able to speak as well. Does that work? I don't know if anybody wants to. I'm not, no pressure or anything. To talk about perhaps the case for a little bit, or anything else at all, anything you want. But that, I put a link there, the StreamYard link, which I guess is, this is interesting, isn't it? I had no idea. This is all quite new to me, trying to do it, So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do a Zoom with Richard. Is what he's suggested, and I agree with him, because in the email he sent to me, so there can be we've got to keep putting stuff out there, and I think conversations can be really useful, so people give each other ideas and ask questions of each other, isn't it? That's just another approach. What would I see if somebody did want to join in? Would I see something? Would there be a notification of it? Does anybody want to speak as well? I don't know how this works. Apparently that's the invitation link, but no pressure if nobody does. I just wondered how it worked. Just to say hello or something, to come on and see if it can work. Oh, I clicked the link. It asked me for permission to use camera and panicked and I left. Yeah, no, I know the feeling. It certainly, it would no pressure at all. But I'm just curious if it works, how it works. But perhaps for the future, if I totally understand, Samantha. Yeah, because it's all a bit strange, this, isn't it? Excuse me. But it could be a good forum to start discussing things that people are thinking about. Oh, hi, James. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. I'm just trying to try this new thing out. It's new to me, this StreamYard thing. I don't know if anybody wants to come on, as they say. I think that's the phrase people use. I've seen other people doing this, and so what Samantha says there is that you can, if you click the link, it asks you for permission, and then I assume people can come on. I haven't got anything much new to say other than I've been looking at that video again that Pauline Ralph did. It's on Jabe's channel. Just in case somebody hasn't seen it, I'll just link it. Oh, thank you. Thanks ever so much, Jane. Really appreciate it. I never thought I'd be doing videos about something like this. I was only just doing things about the garden and I don't know, pictures of it. Oh, hi, Samantha. Hi, that's brilliant. So how does that? Oh, great to see you. That's brilliant. This is amazing. I didn't know it was possible. So are you able to speak then? Can other people see Samantha then? Is this how it works? How do you? Oh, add to stage. I've got to add you. Nice to see you. Great to see you.
And you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely clear. And I'm assuming
awesome.
Everyone else can hear you as well.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
If that's the case, I'm going to leave.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you doing that, because it comes up. You've got a brilliantly clear web. Is it like a camera? Is it a webcam or
it's just my iPhone camera?
Oh, right. So you're just holding the phone or something like that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay,
Oh, it's great. It's great to see. No, that's brilliant. No, I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. It's great, isn't it? So the potential's there to, as and when, and if and when people want to come onto a live to discuss things about this, what's been going on, and any new developments, any new things you've seen, and about other subjects as well. I suppose that's the thing. You could do different subjects for streams, can't you? I still believe Lucy is innocent. So do I. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Hello, James. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody here, and thanks for coming on. I've not prepared anything for this. It was just to test really this live stream here. As I said, Richard Gill's been in contact with me and possibly going to do a Zoom to discuss things via that. But I think this is a good format as well for doing that. Turquoise boy. Hi, Catherine. Turquoise. Is that Catherine? Catherine? I don't know. There's a few Catherines I know. Is it Catherine? Yeah, sorry, I'm not asking you your full name, sorry, but it's, yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Well, I'm not, I need to be more presentable. I should have worn a tie really and baked a cake. Yeah, it is cold, isn't it? Hi, everybody. So I was saying, yeah, Richard sent me a few things through about the, what was I going to say? Pseudomonas aeruginosa. He wants to talk about that in more detail. Oh, hi, Catherine. Yeah, sorry, because I didn't want to say anybody's name. I hope you're doing well there. Hope it's. I was going to say, I hope it's sunny, but it's dark, isn't it? It's all falling apart. It's all going wrong. No, this is the first time I've done this. So on this StreamYard, this is brilliant. This StreamYard thing. I had no idea. Oh, good. I'm glad everything's okay. So I had a bit of port last night, and I thought I'd have a go at the streaming, and it was amazing because I saw afterwards that I'm assuming YouTube will kind of keep this as a stream. Then I guess they do. I really don't know because it's obviously coming through YouTube, but I'm on a website called StreamYard. I'm not on YouTube, but it's kind of linked to it. Yeah, it's a whole new world is opening up to me with the live. I'm going live. But I'm just probably talking rubbish now. But anyway, what Richard was saying about Pseudomonas aeruginosa and the idea that these sorry, it's going into very serious stuff, isn't it? Yeah, we're all famous. What's that phrase? Andy Warhol. Hi, March Fast. Nice to see you as well. And yeah, we're all famous for 15 minutes. Andy Warhol said that, didn't we? I think I've overextended my time on. I had no idea when I started this started it. It was a video back in August, end of July, August last year. Yeah, I'm blushing as well. And I'd been watching that channel. I think this came up last night. I've been watching that channel, Crime Scene to Courtroom, and that's the irony of this, Yeah, I've had my 15 minutes as well, definitely. I think, but we can have another 15 minutes, I suppose. Well, we're going to be living in 15-minute cities soon, so I better not get political. Otherwise, they'll take down my channel, whatever they do, the censors. No, this is great. I'm really, God, it's quite exciting, this, and I'm really grateful that anybody is here. As I say, it's just a test thing, really. He seems very biased. Yeah, he does. I mean, he made much of this, and I don't know the guy or anything, but I'd watched his channel before because he was doing a lot of stuff about this case of these 4 guys, sort of gangsters essentially, who were killed, 3 or 4, 3 of them, I think, was it 4, in a Land Rover. And he went very a deep dive into that, and I thought he had a good presentation style and obviously researched a lot. And from his perspective, it sounds like he's nailed his colours to the mast. Although when he was reporting the trial, he wasn't saying Essex boys. That's it. Thanks very much, March Fast. Essex boys. Yeah. I started following a guy's channel who was the brother of one of those Essex boys that were murdered there. It's all quite grim stuff, isn't it? But it's funny what channels you end up following, isn't it? But back to a Crime Scene to Courtroom. When he was reporting from the trial, and he makes much of that he went there a lot, didn't he? And that seems to be a trump card people play. Well, I was there all the time. Therefore, if you weren't there, then you can't know anything. All your critical faculties aren't worth anything. No critical thinking matters if you weren't actually there, which is nonsense. I was nearly going to say something else, but when he was doing the reporting from the trial, he didn't give away what he thought when I was listening to him. Once the conviction started, then he went full on with that, which is his prerogative. I know that. It's absolutely his prerogative. Anybody wants to come on to talk? That would be great. I'll put this link again, but there's no pressure, obviously. Obviously, there's no pressure. It's only if people want to say hello or something like that. But I loved how that came up, and what Samantha came up. You're incredibly clear, whereas I'm like I'm in some weird art film from the 1970s or something. I don't know what's going on. I got to get the lighting sorted out. Somebody left a comment on one of my other videos, and you can't really tell whether people are just joking, but he goes, if light bulbs were invented for a reason. If you can't be bothered to put a light on, I can't be asked to watch your videos. It's just like, what do you say to that? I just said I'm sensitive to light. I'm too and the price of electricity. But anyway, I'm talking rubbish now. Yeah, back to Richard Gill. He was saying that these filters were put on the taps, upon which they'd found Pseudomonas aeruginosa, but the filters weren't working. Yeah, I like the dark. I'm just of the night, you know. I just that's why I have the curtains closed all the time as well. But there's nothing weird. It's just I just quite I like a lower lighting. People are talking. Oh, what's this? It was a light bulb moment. Yeah, it's definitely a light bulb moment. Yeah, I got these light bulbs. I'll put this light on above now. Look, you see this light? It's kind of orangey because I didn't like the LED lights. I find them too bright. And I got these special light bulbs, but they're the old-fashioned ones, which I think are called, they're not iridescent. What are they called? Incandescent light bulbs with the filaments in them. You've got to send away for this stuff now because you can't get them in the shops. Well, I can't. I had to send off to the interwebs for these. But they're only 20 watts, so that's like a 20-watt bulb. It actually says on the packet, not suitable for lighting your home, for decorative purposes only. And I got a blue one and a green one. They're like a couple of quid each. So I'm just rambling now, but so yeah, Richard Gill seems very keen to move this into a discussion thing, and obviously anyone else who wants to join in with that would be great, wouldn't it? I'm just learning as I go with the whole YouTube thing. I guess people flag up when they're going to do a live in advance. It's not that I'm expecting anybody to come to anything like that. It's not that, but I assume that's what people do, to give people just to say rather than just suddenly appear. But yeah, it's all quite interesting. You prefer Ilford? Oh, Ilford, Pauline. Yeah. As opposed to what? Sorry, the street lights are too white. Yeah, I think they're too white, and the car lights are too bright, aren't they, as well? Ilford. I prefer Ilford, Mark. I'm just trying to work out what that is. My brain's a bit like porridge today. Sorry, Pauline. Have I been to Ilford? It's outside. It's Essex, isn't it? Just look what the post office did to the trusted members of our community, and I was brought up to trust in the GPO. Yeah, with the post office, so the sub postmasters, some committed suicide, didn't they? One or two, and other people were ruined. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, sorry, the black and white Ilford film. Black and white film. Can you do that? I don't know how that works. Oh, it's all weird. Like cinema effect. It just cinema layout, picture-in-picture layout, screen layout. I got it. God knows what it all means. This. Sorry, dropped my phone and found myself watching rescued dogs being shorn in Serbia. Oh God. Oh, that's. Oh no, that's no worries at all. Yeah, candles. I've got some candles in there, which are very nice candles. I don't know, you know, the scented ones. They sort of make my eyes go funny, and it made my eyes itch. But I do like the scents of them. I've got some tea lights. I could get those on, or I could just put a proper bulb in there. How many? What did we think of Tony Chambers last week? I haven't read this. I've been getting behind things. I've got it all to read. I've heard that it was very interesting. I'd love to hear what people think about. Does anybody want to come on and talk about Tony Chambers? What their view of him is about Thirlwall? I've not read his. I've got the thing that Jabe did. She has put it into a document. I've got that to read, but I've really had problems lately in engaging with the massive material, to be honest, and I had to have a little pause. But like I say, I've been gone back. Yeah, anybody want to talk about Tony Chambers? I'll post the link again. I'm amazed how easy this is. I thought it would be a lot more complicated. That's the link if you want to speak about Tony or anything else. I believe, here's something actually. I believe you can speak, but you don't have to be on the video, because you could just accept. Is that right? You could just give them access to your microphone. I'm not trying to twist anyone's arm, but if anybody did want to speak, so you don't have to, then you could potentially do it without giving them access to the whatchamacallit, the video, your video camera. I heard something. What's this thing about? And it came up last night that people were saying about. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. About the Lucy Letby. Hi, Happy Gold. Nice to see you. Thanks very much for being here. God, I'm really amazed at how this is all working. But this, as I say, this is just a test. I was talking about light bulbs. The other thing Richard Gill just was watch your home video. Oh, thanks, Irene. Hi, Irene. Hi, Janis. Janis says, thanks for watching that, Irene. And I think Tony Chambers did his best to stand up to the interrogation without. Oh, that's good. Yeah, without putting more things onto. Yeah, but my mum was from Germany, and I was born. My dad was from London. I was born on an army base in Senelager. I'm not sure if it's still a base. It might be, or it might close now. In what was West Germany. It was West Germany then, before the reunification, when I was born. Chris Green is still on Lucy's side. His original thoughts about Chris Green, Chris, the guy that he was the in the pharmacy department, wasn't he? He was heading up the. Oh, I'm glad you like Germany. Yeah, I'd love to go back for a little visit. Maybe Christmas, it would be nice, but I can't at the moment. Oh, thanks ever so much, Irene. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But Chris Green was heading up the not the inquiry. What's it called? The grievance, wasn't he? I love your picture, Irene, of the dog with glasses. Is that your dog? And I must remember your name, Samantha. But sorry if I do forget. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Let me see, because obviously I've seen you on Twitter and on here a lot, and Samantha, it's a lovely name. Do you know about the NHS Parliamentary Ombudsman? Well, I've heard of them. I mean, I've heard of them. I've never inquired about anything. I've got something in with the housing ombudsman at the moment, and I've had dealings with the health ombudsman before. Was that a number of years ago? That was in relation to my mum's care, and that was a very difficult number of years. But have you checked Care Quality Commission? Yeah, I have looked at some of the CQC reports. Happy Gold, you're very good. Thank you very much. Well, thanks. Oh, the train video, yeah. Yeah, I like things on trains. Thank you very much, Happy Gold. That's a nice name as well, Happy Gold. Yeah, the CQC reports, the one around that time, they said needs improvement, or whatever the term was, isn't it? And then they kind of changed their level, as it were. CQC people were appearing at Thirlwall in relation to the CQC, weren't they, as well? I've got to catch up with all that stuff. There's so much, but I've downloaded all the files from Jabe's website, where she's incredibly helpfully put everything into that different, easy to read format. So yeah, What was the other thing? Yeah, I keep losing my train. It's me. It is because I'm a bit nervous doing this because it's different to recording your own video, isn't it? Because you're doing it because you're live. Oh my God, you're live. I suppose you get used to it. And I think the good potential here is to be able to discuss things both in written comments, but if anybody does want to come on to say anything, that's there. But I won't push it. I just you're live too. Is that? Yeah, we're all live. Exactly. Yeah, we're all alive, which is great, isn't it? That help. It does help. But that's the link, apparently. If anybody wants to speak or say anything about Tony Chambers or any other aspects of it, I'll keep going a little bit longer. But if you don't, I might see how it goes. This was just really a test run. I didn't know it would connect with the YouTube, but it obviously has done. Because when I'm looking at this, being alive is good for you. Yeah, it's kind of good for your health, isn't it? It's good for your health. I've been watching a few other videos today. I like Thomas Sheridan. I'll write his name in the comments. He's an interesting thinker. I've watched him for a number of years. And I mean, not everyone will agree with his take on things, of course. And I don't agree with everything he says. There's no reason that you have to. Which is something that I think we don't have to do. We don't have to agree with everything. It's daft. It's a crazy idea that we have either you have to agree with everything or nothing, or you can't talk to someone. It's just we can agree to disagree, and that's fine. Has anyone complained to NHS and Parliamentary Ombudsman? I think I have. I think I have in the past. Now I didn't. I've forgotten. It was It was linked then, because this is going back to 20. When was it? 2012, 2011. I have complained to the NHS and Parliamentary Ombudsman, but it was the NHS. Can you see my message about Madeline? Is it on this stream, Irene? Is it on here? I can't see it at the moment. Maybe it's a message somewhere else. And sometimes I don't know where to look, but just above. Where do you say it then? What do you say? We are live too. Have you checked the Care Quality Commission? Is your mum German? Sorry if I missed it. It's just I'm scrolling back now. I can't see it, I'm afraid. No, I can't see it, I'm afraid, Irene. Just above We Are Live too. All I've got there is have you checked Care Quality Commission read Cheshire hospitals? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Madeline, I'm afraid. If you could put it again, if that's possible. As I was mentioning in that video about the crime channels, that channel called Crime Night with a K, Night with a K. They've just put out another video today, which is maybe the words are censored. Well, it could be. That's odd. I mean, I'm not censoring anything, and I don't delete it. I don't hold any comments back for videos, and I don't take any off, even the ones back early part of this year or earlier this year and last year. I was getting a lot of not very pleasant comments, but you just at the end of it, it's kind of water for ducks back eventually. So sorry, I don't know if what was your comment to do with about Madeline? Was it to do with like new information or just your point of view about her? Do you want to speak about it? It would be YouTube itself if anyone was. Yeah, it would be. I know they do a thing. Yeah, it's definitely not me. I can promise you that. Private Eye has a good article on COCH this week. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. So this might be part 9. Thank you, Chris, and nice to see you. That might be part 9 then, I'm guessing, because I've got part 8, which was the kind of a review of the book by Judith Moritz, and I can never remember the guy that she wrote the book with. The other guy, basically. Well, not the other guy, but the guy. Sorry, I've got to catch up. You're from Liverpool. Oh, right, lovely. I've never been to Liverpool. I'd love to go there. You want to tell something about? Oh, yes, that would be interesting. I'd like to hear that. That's why old pub culture made Britain. Everyone could voice their opinion, and it was great. Absolutely, John. Hi, John. But I'm here. So many people are saying you can't say that. Very troubling. Absolutely, we're in a sort of censorship, a grip of censorship. And Wednesday for the next Private Eye article, which must be episode or article number 9, Samantha, isn't it? That must be 9 because 8 was about that thing. There are words you can't say without AI noticing. Why are the people of Liverpool not behind McCann's? I'm not sure, Irene. I don't know. I don't know. Is that the case? Are there mixed opinions? I kind of vacillate between the two main views. That basically, I suppose the crux of it is that was there an abduction or was there not? And I don't know. But this Crime Night program, he's actually uploaded, as I was mentioning in the video the other day, he's uploaded this Australian journalist's real deep dive and investigation into it, who's very good. And it's not anything salacious. He's just very serious, and he's talking to a lot of the people involved. Yeah, this thing about words, Slazenger Red, beg your pardon, 2005. It's like people are saying this thing unalive. People are being unalived instead of. See, I can't even do it now. But I'm not sure YouTube would delete something or get upset if you say the opposite of unalive. I don't think they do. It's daft, isn't it? Daft as a brush. Can you report on tiny babies, £2, how likely to survive? Yes. Wish you could visit. Yeah, I'm not sure, Irene, to be honest. In terms of the people have done things about relative mortality rates based on the, how do you phrase it? Based on the amount of God, my brain's going a bit. Sorry, a bit tired. On the prematurity, on the gestational age. That was the phrase I was looking for. They've done that, and Dr. Scott McLachlan's done that kind of stuff as well on his Substacks, and I think Peter Elston's looked into that, and other people. Yeah, that's what you're referring to, Slazenger. You read, yeah, it's weird stuff, isn't it? It's about a few expert neonatologists reading the court transcripts. Sorry if I missed a bit there. I've got to go back. Oh, Wednesday for the Private Eye article. Thanks, Samantha. It's about a few expert neonatologists reading the court transcripts and saying Evans has missed the fact that there were multiple incorrect intubations, absolutely, on the babies. Also mentions, yeah, baby Noah. It's so tragic, all these poor babies and their families and everything. But it does seem to be they're bringing in these other cases, aren't they? That weren't part of that obviously happened. I think baby Noah's from 2014, is that right? And then there was another baby in 2020. But they're bringing in these cases which are before and after the so-called indictment period to compare them, and that's bringing up further issues. Thank you, Irene. Yes, I will. I mean, they are very tiny, aren't they? Translucent. Well, they're just so tiny, and you can just 14 thumbs up. What does that mean? Is that a good thing? Yeah, 14 thumbs up. I don't know what that is. Oh, is it for this thing? What was I going to say? Yeah, baby Noah. Gosh. And that was involving. Am I right? Because I said this in an email to Richard Gill today. Oh, likes. Thanks, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey Bumble. Hi there. 16. Thanks, Chris. I'll get used to this. It's just that it's a bit nervy at the moment. The birth is traumatic, as is death for the living. Well, yeah, I mean, it's, oh gosh, it's a very it's a difficult subject, and general public thinks they're like full-time. Yeah, I think some do, and like some of those procedures, you need real high-level skills, don't you? And that's what, Irene, that's what it brings to bear, the fact that a lot of those junior doctors weren't being supervised, and there wasn't this thing they called senior cover, so that's why there wasn't people there that could immediately help them if they hadn't practiced a certain thing. We have that report, don't we, from one of the parents, in which I can't remember what the procedure was. Was it a chest drain? And the parents said that the nurses and even the junior doctor was looking up on Google how to do it. I think that the doctor was, because it wouldn't it be done by a nurse, would it? I don't think, the chest drain. 29 watching. Oh my God, that's making me nervous. I'm nervous now. I thought it was Baby Oscar 2, Oscar 2 in 2015, which has been hidden away. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah. Says Baby Noah in 2014. Baby Oscar is Baby Noah from 2014? Have I got that right? Or is Baby Noah from 2020 and then Baby Oscar from 2015? Triplets at Tiny. Somebody messaged me the other day about the idea of the sharing of the placenta and the potentials that, or the ramifications of that for vulnerability of the neonatal babies. I never thought I'd learn anything about neonatal babies, although weirdly I did work in the NHS a long time ago in the maternity side of things. It was a maternity unit, which I think had a neonatal unit within it, but I never went in that. Especially considering the demographic at that hospital. Yeah. 30 watching. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Irene. Thanks for and 2 visits a week by the specialist. That's right. And that's the irony. I think it came up last night that they started doing daily ward rounds after the level was brought down to a level 1. I'm still trying to get the freedom of information responses in respect of the I can never say this word, statistics in terms of mortality prior. I wanted to go back. Well, I've asked to go back to 2005. It's a real problem. It's a real difficulty. It's very odd what they're not telling me, or just not telling anyone, as far as I can tell, unless other people have got the information. And they're just saying, oh, we don't hold this information at all. Irene says, my sister has waited 3 years in bed waiting. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Waiting for a hip replacement. Complaint system at Liverpool Hospital rubbish. Yeah, it is very difficult, isn't it? And maybe that's why to go to the Ombudsman eventually. I think there's this. I'd love to go back to 2005. Yeah. Hi, Christo. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry as well, Irene. That's awful. That people shouldn't be waiting all that amount of time. And I have a friend who eventually they paid for their own knee operation because they couldn't wait anymore and they were in pain. It was debilitating, and they couldn't wait, and they paid for it. But it's not everybody can, obviously. But they shouldn't have had to, because they paid into the NHS all their lives. But yes, I had. Oh, hi! You're in Canada. Hi, Pauline. Right. I'm glad you got a good service there that you were seeing daily, and I hope you're okay now. The Ombudsman was rubbish. Yeah, no case to answer. Yeah, I went through the NHS Ombudsman about a different matter to do with something called the Continuing Healthcare System, CHC. It's a whole world unto itself. It's a very murky and dark, strange world, that is. And was involved in a. We got quite, my best friend and I, we got very close to bringing a judicial review, but that's a whole other story, really. But it was stopped, we think, by the Department of Health leaning on the body that gives assistance to bring a court case, to bring the judicial review, because it would have cost a lot of money that I wouldn't have been able to afford. But we think they were lent on by the government, essentially, and it was stopped because of the potential of this judicial review to be successful and be upheld. So all kinds of stuff happened. My sister works in premature care baby unit when young. Yeah. Healthcare is apparently better in America and Canada, but much more expensive. Yeah, I've heard it can be really expensive. I've heard it's meant to be very good in Spain and Italy and France, isn't it? And they've got a slightly different systems, haven't they? I think through insurance, and I'm not sure exactly how that works. I believe Kate McCann has a. Is that what you mean, Kate McCann has a brother and sister? I think Kate McCann is an only child, because I watched a video about that yesterday in which she said she really wanted children, and she said because she was an only child, but Jerry McCann certainly has a brother and sister, or at least 2 other siblings. Continuing healthcare is a very hot potato. It is, Janis, and complicated. Yeah, they were. It was a very difficult period. I could make videos about that, but it's a very, very painful period. That wasn't very difficult. I might try and do that one day, but it is a very hot potato, as you say, Janis. Downgrade the unit, then request 2 new consultants. Exactly, do that, and then start doing and fewer cots, wasn't there? Fewer cots. You know, this is something that I could look up. Oh, they say that I went to her sister's wedding. Did you really? Oh gosh. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Then they had. In other words, they were better. That's the irony, isn't it? They were better staffed and were doing all these ward rounds, and better staffed and better able to function when they lowered the level from a level 2 to a level 1. So I don't know. It's just very strange, all that. And well, is it strange? I mean, it's a kind of implicit admission that they weren't operating correctly, isn't it? It's absolutely implicit. And then close down and destroy the unit afterwards. There's some contention about this March fast, and it's interesting because there's a piece of film out there which is dated September 2021, in which somebody's showing somebody around the old rooms, which were the old nurseries, which are all empty, and we were being they're kind of mothballed, as it were. And the idea is that they extended the unit, and they had these new rooms, and they were area and more area, I should say, more space around. This is when they were level 1 now. So they kind of vacated the old space, but I don't know what's happened since. And now I've had so many conversations about this, I can't remember exact chain of events, but it's possible that they have taken those out. I don't know what's happened physically to those spaces. Yeah, they removed the nurse practitioners, such as Michelle Warden, didn't they? Who's spoken about this, who was we're being lied to, Yes, it is very, it's very suspect, isn't it? And it's a whole rabbit hole, isn't it, really? The whole thing is like a spiraling fever dream. Sometimes I can't believe it's where it is. That's what I felt. It's something, it just blows your mind. I can't believe early on, and last year, I just used to wake up and think this is kind of some kind of horror thing. It can't be real. It's something, I didn't think it was a psyop, but I just thought it just doesn't, none of it's right. None of it's real. But it has happened, and they've done it. It shouldn't be possible. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the live stream. Does anybody, I'll try it again. Does anybody fancy coming on to say anything about how you're feeling about stuff or about any subject at all, I think you can just do the voice thing and not be on the camera if you don't want to, but no pressure, obviously. But I'm really, I think I've crossed the Rubicon now. But now I've done this, I think it's possible to do it. I'll have to get a cup of tea as well, you know. So have a cup of tea handy. I had Kate's brother-in-law worked for the Ministry of Defence, right? Yeah, there's all those connections there, aren't there? There are devilish. Hi, James Gold. There are devilish forces at work in this case, and many others like it. Yeah, I do agree with you. I mean, and I've used that kind of terminology, and I've used the other kind of psychoanalytical stuff. You know, the idea of psychopathy. But whatever frame of reference we use, there's something. There's a real darkness here in how they did this and how they want it to maintain, how they want to keep it going. Shut down and desanitize. No evidence left. Yeah, absolutely. They want the. I've often thought of the analogy. They want the waves to close over it. They didn't expect this level of outcry, and they didn't expect it so soon either. Techno geek. Sorry if I miss some. If I don't understand some things, I'm a bit. The old grey matter is a bit leaky. They allowed bins to be emptied the night. Oh, right. I see what you're saying, Irene. Yeah. Mark, I'd come onto live, but I can't see how to do it. Do I have to wave my? I think what you do is, and this is what Samantha did, is that you click on this link. Sorry if I'm not keeping up. I'm leaning towards the view that the Lua. Hi, Daz. Nice to see you there. Great to see you. Have you considered that view a psyop? I've read articles in which people have said that. I think it's real. I think there's real. I think Lucy Letby is real. The family is real. She's a real victim of bullying at a hospital, and it's gone stratospheric, and she's in prison, and the whole system really wants all this to go away and nobody to say anything about it. Yes, I will try to do that, Samantha. I'm not sure how you do that. Is that something you do on YouTube? You say you're going to do a live. Maybe you do it in a note or something. So sorry, yeah, Janis. I think if you click on that link that I put up there, and then, as Samantha said, because I'm not sure what you're seeing, I think it asks you if you want to join the thing. Yeah. Hi, Hester. Hester who? Nice to see you, and thank you very much for coming on, and to everyone. So, Janis, if you click on that, and I think, as Samantha said, apparently, because I'm not sure what you're seeing, I apparently ask you for permission to use the what do you call it, the microphone and the other bit, the video, but I think you can just choose. What do you think of Nicola B? Where was she? Nicola B. Oh gosh, that's another whole thing. I did follow all that as well. I know, that's another thing. God, yeah, there's a whole world there as well, isn't there? Whether it is a psyop or just insane levels of incompetence, I don't know. I think it's revealing these systems, the justice system, police system, CPS, the NHS elements of it, to be, and when they act in concert and they want to blame somebody for it, they're just able to make that happen, and there's nothing stopping them, and there's no brakes they put on themselves morally, you know. Oh, the link. Oh, does it? It leads to black. Oh, so sorry. Maybe I'll try this again then. I'll do the invite. So if I copy that. Sorry if I don't. Oh, I beg your pardon. I was putting the wrong link. Sorry about that, Janis. I'm new to this, so I'll get better hopefully. PK Truth. I haven't. Is that a YouTube channel? Yeah, it was my fault, Samantha. I was putting the wrong link. I don't know why I had that on my paste thing. PK Truth. Irene, is that a YouTube channel with that name? Is that what it is? PK Truth. Right. So that's the link. Yeah, we've got to have snacks and drinks ready. I quite agree. But I'm just really grateful and amazed that people do want to come on, and I was always amazed that anybody watched any videos that I did, but I'm very grateful. So yeah, I will. I'll make a note of that. I'll make a note of that. What time are you getting the guitar out? Oh God, it's way too early for that. I don't know. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. Not yet. It's. I feel a bit nervous just doing this. Actually. Oh my God, it's been going for 51 minutes. I've actually been talking for 51 minutes. I can't believe it. Hello, George. Hi, lovely to see you. Sorry if I miss anyone. Hello, Raven Steed. Sorry if I miss anyone. Hello, Mike. I'm trying to keep up. So yeah, guitar, not yet. I don't want to. It's a display of power and defiance. They're all going to hell. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Definitely a display of power. I always remember this tweet that somebody put out last October, November, in relation to this. I forget who it was. I forget the tweeter in relation to what was happening. Oh, Janis is coming on. Hi, Janis. So I'm going to add you to the stage now and see if this works. Hi there, Janis. I don't know if this. How are you doing? You're nice, lovely to see you.
Hello, Mark. I'm fine, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you very much for all the hard work you do about Lucy. I mean, you are completely indefatigable. And that thing you did about Dowie Evans, and you did a very naughty takeoff of Dowie Evans.
Yeah, it is a bit naughty. I've been a bit ambivalent about it. And the other day I took them off, and I've took other ones off in the past because I didn't want people to think I'm making light of the case, but it's meant to be a kind of satire, really.
No, well, it spoke to me at the time that you put it up. I actually thought, this is completely spot on. It's completely spot on what you were saying.
Thank you very much, Janice. I appreciate that. And hello to Jonathan, who's just arrived, and I've invited him. Nice to see you there. How's it going? I don't know if you can hear me, Jonathan. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. So I really appreciate people coming on. And this is the first time I've used this, what do they call it? StreamYard thing. Is anyone else familiar with it?
No, not at all.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's similar to Zoom.
Yes, it is. It's great.
Have you ever done Zoom sessions, Mark?
I have done one, and Richard Gill has suggested doing a Zoom conversation because he's been doing some amazing stuff, and he's been talking to a lot of people, obviously in conjunction with and journalists and so forth. So it would be really interesting to have Richard Gill in a discussion, wouldn't it, to sort of see what evolves out of that.
Yeah. I think Zoom might be a bit more, a bit better developed than StreamYard. I'm not sure.
Right. Yes. I mean, so can I ask you both, Jonathan and Janice, are you both seeing? Is everyone seeing all three of us on the screen now? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yep, I am indeed.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, so I had no idea because it's all quite new. Sorry, Jonathan, I couldn't quite catch that. Hello? Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me. Jonathan, how are you feeling about things as well to do with?
I'm afraid everything is jumbled up at the moment.
I see. I beg your pardon, but for you, Janice, you can actually see things.
Talking over each other, I'm afraid. I'm afraid it's. Yeah. No, I don't know what we can do about it.
I'm not sure either. I suppose, do you get to feel it as you go along? And so if I stop talking now, then it should leave it clear. Then.
Mark, you're an absolute star, and I can't tell you how inspiring you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I sent
I
a
think
Christmas card to Lucy Letby today. I'm sure it won't get through, but I
yeah,
wrote a letter to.
Oh, it's freezing a little bit, isn't it? I think the audio on Jonathan's is freezing, and the video is freezing a bit. But I heard him say that. I heard you say, Jonathan, that you sent a Christmas card and you don't think it will get through.
I'm hoping. I wrote. Unless you've got the prisoner's number, you don't have a hope really. But
yeah,
I hope that somebody will show compassion and will send it to her. It would be so sad.
I hope so too. And Janis, you wanted to say something there about that?
Yeah, can I just say, about 6 weeks ago, Richard Gill posted something on Twitter about corresponding with Lucy, and he showed a picture of the front of the envelope of the item that he was sending to Lucy. And he had a sort of code up in the top right-hand corner that I didn't understand. So I contacted him and asked him if that code was in fact the prisoner number. Right. And he said, no, it wasn't the prisoner number. That was just something to do with the Dutch post office where he bought the stamp.
Yes.
Letter. But all you need, he said you don't need the prisoner number. All you need is her date of birth, and you have to put your address on the back of the envelope.
Yes.
So her date of birth is the 4th of January 1990. So you address it to Miss Lucy Letby, brackets, date of birth 4/1/1990, close bracket, and then the Bronzestone prison address. And back of the envelope, you put your own address. Yeah. Now, I've written about, I think I write to her about monthly. I don't write diatribes or anything. I just send a card or a few words. Sometimes I refer to her situation. Sometimes I just talk about myself, because if I think it would make her laugh. Just any kind of contact, I think, probably would be useful. Whether it's true, I don't know. I don't expect a reply because it's expensive to send post from prison when you're not earning anything. And also, I think she may well have been advised not to correspond with people that she doesn't know. But so, I think it would be unreasonable to expect her to reply. But I just think it's a decent thing to do, and I'm glad that you sent a Christmas card, Jonathan. So I'm sure that will be welcome if she does get it.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. I really hope your card gets through, Jonathan, and that's brilliant, Janis. Yeah, I sent a couple of letters early on last year where originally, I don't know if this is true, whether Lucy Letby was supposed to be in the northeast of England, wasn't she, before Bronzefield?
She was at the time. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
When she was first arrested, I think she went to prison up high. Sorry if you can hear that squeak in the background. It's my dog saying, "Where the hell is my supper?"
Oh, is it supper time for you? What type of dog have you got there then?
I've got a border collie.
Oh, they're lovely. Oh, and it's supper time. Oh. Yeah. No, that's great, Janis and Jonathan, for doing that. And sorry if I'm not keeping up with any of the chat. It's because
Okay, the other thing I've done, which is a bit silly really, but I bought a yellow butterfly badge.
Oh, that's lovely. No, that's not silly. No, I think that's really great, isn't it? That's lovely.
Someone will ask me why I wear it.
Yeah, God, it's really, it's a heartbreaking case, and some of the detail about, Lucy Letby's feeling about her cats, for example, and knowing, it's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to say good night because I need to feed the dog before it expires.
Oh, yes, of course. And lovely to see you, Janis, and thanks so much for coming on, and all the best to you, and thank you very much indeed for this.
Well, maybe we'll chat again.
That would be great. Yeah. Now I've sort of crossed the. Now I think now I'm able to do it. I thought it would be a lot harder than this, you know. But
okay, keep your spirits up. Take care.
Thank you very much. All the best, Janis. Take care, and it's bye. Hi. Yeah. So Jonathan. Yeah. That's. I hope it does get through. That would be lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a lag with the audio. Can you hear?
Your brilliant impersonations are absolutely fantastic. Are you semi-professional, or what's your background to doing the amazing impersonations you've been doing?
Oh yes, I mean, as I was saying to Janis there, I'm a little bit ambivalent about them sometimes, but I don't know. I mean, I just sort of. It's a bit of a caricature. They're caricatures, aren't they? And in a way, they're not really like them, but I don't think they are that much. But maybe there's an essence there. But it was born out of. I've got to be frank about this. Born out of kind of animosity towards them, and the kind of hubris of Evans and of Paul Hughes, and the way that they kind of. I mean. Paul Hughes is just. I think people in the chat and yourself, you're probably aware that he's just been given an award for the most impressive or the best senior investigating officer.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just
because they are absolutely hilarious. Have you had any training, or what's your background?
I did when I was in my early 20s. I did go to a drama school when I was 21 I think I was, and I gave that a little go for a few years, but it wasn't very long. I didn't stick at it very long. It wasn't a success, as it were, in terms of making a living. But that's a long time ago now, because I'm 59 now. So God, that's best part of 40 years ago when I did that. Is that 40 years? Yeah, about 40 years ago. Yeah, but I'm still in touch with some friends from those years, and some that carried on with the acting lark, you know, and have done very well. Some of them, yeah. I think there's a bit of a lag between our audios or something, so that's why I'm pausing. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat.
Oh my goodness, that is appalling. That's absolutely appalling. What about John Sweeney? His podcasts are absolutely out of this world. They're so amazing, aren't they?
Yes, I mean, I've listened to a bit of some of them. I need to catch up. I've in these last few weeks, I got a bit overwhelmed with it, and I think it's the amount of time since starting on this last August, and I've just I do need to catch up with those, and I do need to listen specifically to the interview he did with Dewey Evans, and try to listen to that. But it's almost like I've got to a point, and this might sound a bit feeble, but listening to Dewey Evans now is kind of anathema to me. I just find it absolutely. He's toxic. I think he's a toxic person and a very dangerous person. That's my view. But I do have to listen to that, because it's meant to be a very interesting interview, isn't it? I think there's a little bit of a lag between us on the systems. I don't know. I think you're probably hearing what I said a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Jonathan, I'm just going to have a little look at the chat as well and see what's going on. Everyman Theatre in Liverpool. Yeah, that sounds good. Border Collies. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, physically sick. I'm the same, George. Yeah. Thank you, Nana Mouse. Hello, Nana Mouse. Nice to see you. Sorry if I've not been. Anna Truth Finder. Oh, I'll have a look. I'll have a look at that. I'm just trying to see what Truth Finder has said. Ombudsman are government funded. Yeah, I think they are. They are useless. Yeah, that's my experience. Has anyone other than the parents visited Lucy Letby? Is she allowed visitors? Daz. I'm assuming Mark McDonald's probably been in touch with her as her new representative. I would imagine and hope so. And how far they are down the line of the CCRC application. It's nice to have a bit of fun amongst the horrific. Yeah, I get it is. We do need some release, don't we? Nana Mouse, thank you. Sorry if I've missed anybody's comments as well. Oh, hello, hello, Tasha. Nice to see you. And good night, Janis. Sorry if I've missed anything. Yeah, Dutch people, because the Dutch people, James, can relate to, because they got their own Lucia de Burke case, haven't they? So, and that's, as Richard Gill says, was one of the most, not cause célèbre, what's the other name for it? It was one of the most famous miscarriages of justice. I'm sorry, Jonathan, I don't know if you can hear me, but ACL Moss. Oh, the Cheshire Police video. Yeah, that's right. Have you noticed it's got? Has it gone again? Is that right? Has the hummingbird video gone?
There's a big lag.
Yeah, sorry, I beg your pardon.
No,
Jonathan. Are you in the UK there, Jonathan? Can I ask you? If you don't want to answer, don't worry.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Truth Finder is just asking about the Operation Hummingbird video. So has that been taken down? God, I think a few other people have ripped it somehow. They've downloaded it, so that it might still be out there. Oh, is it still there? Thanks, Peter. Peter P. Hello there. Hello, Mike. Hello, Christo. Clinical. It's I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to do that. Oh, hi, Tasha. Lovely to see you. That's great. Gosh, it's been going an hour and 8 minutes. Wow. Well, this was just really meant to be like a couple of minute test, but I'm really glad that it's turned into something in which people can come on as well. I'd like to sort of not talk so much in some ways and hear what other people are thinking and saying, you know.
So, Mark, can I tell you that I'm a very experienced clinical negligence and expert witness.
I missed that. Could it cut out, Jonathan? I heard you say I'm a very experienced clinical negligence, but I didn't hear the last part. Sorry.
I'm an expert witness. I've got 20 years experience, so I've got a lot to give to you if you need me to.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. It's great that, yeah. From that perspective, then, how do you see the expert witnesses? How they, for the prosecution? What's your overall view on them?
Oh, absolutely diabolical. I mean, Huey Evans is an absolute scandal, and he. Yes, I'm in the UK. I live in the Cotswolds. Whereabouts in the country do you live, Mark?
I live in South Somerset. I live in South Somerset. The nearest big town is Taunton, and there's a small town up the road called Langport.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm not from here. I grew up in Bedford, in Bedfordshire, but I lived in London and other places and lots of other places. But yeah, sorry, I don't know if sorry if I cut across you there, but you were saying about Dewey Evans, obviously, and what do you think of the other experts like Dr. Bowen and the fact and what the relationship was there? Do you have a view on that?
I heard about Dr. Bowen. Dr. Bowen is astounding because she works in Guernsey, and I've spent a lot of time in to do is to transport ill neonates off the island. She hardly looks after any neonates, and she's also had a couple of things going on.
I'm missing some of the words because the audio's cutting in and out a bit, so I'm very sorry about that. But I heard you say about Dr. Bowen as she's not as experienced with neonates as she may be being presented as. Is that right?
Well, the population of Guernsey is only 80,000, and that's a tiny population. So she is not a credible neonatologist. Certainly not to be commenting.
I think that comes across, doesn't it, on some of the statements she makes, and I mean, my understanding with Dr. Bowen, it was her first go, as it were, as a court witness. This was her entry into that world. This case was that she'd not been an expert witness in a court prior to this.
No, I think Dewey Evans needed a neonatologist. He wasn't one, and the only person he could find was Sandy Bowen. And effectively, you've got to find expert witnesses who are willing to spend 10 months in a courtroom. I mean, that's the crux of it.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Sorry, it's just all cutting across. And it's very difficult. I mean, I don't do criminal because I can't afford months and months in a courtroom, whereas the civil work that I do,
sorry, yes, please go on. Yeah, the civil work you're doing. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Yes, it seems to be we're misaligning a bit on the audio, aren't we? But you were saying about the civil work that you do in comparison to the criminal work that you don't do because of not being able to spend like months and months in a court. Oh, there's a suggestion from Mike saying about rebooting. I don't know if that works. I don't know. I'm not big on computers, so I'm not sure if that would help, Jonathan. The link is here. Oh, the link, yeah. I'll put the link again. Critical lawyer here. Very interesting, Jonathan. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Nanomouse. That is it is interesting, isn't it? Yes, I think we're sort of unfortunately we're not meshing that well with the audio, but because it's great what you're saying, and I really love to hear more about it. Nanomouse suggests going out and coming back in again. Shall I try that, Jonathan? And so you're back in. Hello?
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes, well, that was immediate. So
okay, oh, that's good.
that's great. I think
Yeah,
we sorted it. Brilliant. Well, thank you, Nana Mouse, and that was a great idea.
and Tash is on as well. I'm a great fan of hers. She's brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
Yes, absolutely
No,
brilliant.
So I spend most of my time doing. Well, that's why. Well, that's why most of them are retired. You see, because you get to the end of your civil cases and you're retired, and you have the chance to spend a month or 2 months in a courtroom, which somebody like me, as a working GP, how would I reboot?
I'm deliberately not saying anything. I don't want to spoil the flow because I think it cuts it across. But it's fascinating what you're saying. I'm very interested. I think everyone is here. What your experience is so important here.
Well, I'm not a lawyer. You see, I'm an expert witness, which is what all these cases just fly or die by the expert witnesses. That's why Dewey Evans is so vital, and that's yeah. Shall I try that again? Shall I come out?
Yes. So you've come out. If I don't know. Do I add you to the stage now? Hello there. How's that? How's that going?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes. It seems to break down after a minute or so, and then we lose a lot of audio, and then there's a kind of lag. And I'm trying to stay quiet because you're saying such very fascinating stuff. I don't want to spoil the flow that you're in there. Yes, I'm not sure if you can hear me now. There's something. I know people are very interested in what you're saying there, Jonathan, and your experience as an expert witness. Oh yes, a cup of tea would be great.
I'm not saying anything because it's all catching up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you and it stores up, does it? And then you hear a whole flood of it afterwards. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's difficult then, isn't it?
So, what do you want to talk about? I mean, I'm very happy to talk about anything or answer any questions you want to ask me.
I think because of the audio issues, if I stay quiet and you just maybe just give an overview of what, if you're comfortable doing this and you want to do this, if you give an overview about how you think things are and the direction you were going there in terms of the of expert witnesses and their roles and what their purpose should be, as opposed to what Dewey Evans, because Dewey Evans sees himself as effectively working as a prosecutor, because this is the thing he did in the Private Eye article. He says, well, I've only lost one case. So exactly. I'd love to hear you talk about that, but I'll stay quiet for a minute then, you know.
Yeah, I mean, can you hear me? Sorry. very, very senior judge criticized him so badly. And most experts, if you've got a criticism from a senior judge like that, that was the end of your career. So he should never have been selected again. Once you have a criticism like that, and this came up in court and the judge didn't allow it. And that is something which is extraordinary. Yeah. Did you hear what I just said?
Absolutely did. And the only reason I'm not interrupting is because I think it backs up all my video, and then I think there's a lag, and I think it all comes at once to you, I'm assuming, but because I don't think it's happening at real time. I'm assuming that's what's happening here. Is that? Yeah, but I did hear what you said, but I think this is all, yeah, if you can just carry on speaking about it, that would be fantastic, I think, for the other people that are listening. I'm not sure what to do now. Because I think when I speak, it builds up and it doesn't come across straight to you, and then you're speaking, and then you're hearing me with a lag. I think that's what's happening. So I'm not. It's a bit tricky, which is a shame because, well, it's a shame anyway. But particularly because it's very interesting what you're saying with your experience. I'm not sure what Jonathan's hearing and when he's hearing it, and when you're hearing it, Jonathan. Or just replying to the chat there. Thank you, Samantha. All the best. Thank you very much for coming, and it's great to see you. Chris says switch off and restart. Does that mean to Jonathan? Is it, Chris, to switch off and restart? See you for another live soon, Samantha. Thanks ever so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
So I'm really sorry. I keep hearing what I've just said. I don't know if you're hearing me live at the moment.
I'm hearing you now. But there's obviously yes.
Yeah.
Would you be able to carry?
I can't say how it has affected me so badly that there is a young girl who is quite clearly completely innocent, facing life imprisonment. It had a devastating effect on me, and I just can't, and the Thirlwell inquiry is happening in the background, and it just seems absolutely.
Absolutely, I agree. I think everyone feels the same who are looking into this, and they're viscerally affected by it, emotionally affected by it. I certainly do myself, and I know many other people do. Thank you, Pure Essere Mostrato. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
And so, yeah.
I'm only not saying anything because I think it's creating a lag, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There was no defense. I agree. Yeah, there was no effective defense. I mean, there was some. Yeah.
I can't understand that either. I mean, it's
See, I think Jonathan's hearing what I probably said about a minute ago now, and that's why there's this lag, isn't there? Perhaps. So Mike in the chat, Mike N is saying, could you shut down your computer and then start it up again or something? I don't know if that. I'm not a computer kind of person, so I don't know what's going wrong, but yeah, we do need to hear from Mr. Moore. Absolutely, yeah, very much so. Oh, okay, right. What's going on here? Jolanta Hill, hello. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And Sue, out of Curiosity UK. Nice to see you. Yeah, I think so. I think it's just out of sync, Sue. So I'm not sure what Jonathan's hearing. He might be hearing what I'm saying now, but maybe 30 seconds later when he's talking. So maybe that's what's stopping the flow. It's a bit difficult to do, isn't it? But it's a shame because I really would love to hear it.
Well, is there any way I can contact you, Mark, to get? I'm afraid I can't.
Yes, you can contact. Yeah, we could. Yeah, you can contact me by. We could work something out to try it on a Zoom thing.
I mean, I don't mind giving you my number if you want to contact me, and then so you don't have to tell everyone your number. It doesn't worry me. What would be easiest? Because I'm afraid I can't seem to subscribe because I'm not attached to Google.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, I can. Well, I can put my email address. No, I can't do that, can I? Because I think this is going to be published. So, and I was getting some unusual emails, shall we say, over the last year and a half. So I've had to be a bit more careful with that. I'm not sure how I can do that privately. How do I do that privately? Private message? Private chat? Oh, I don't know how to do that. I used to have my email address on the YouTube account, but as I say, I was getting some quite unpleasant messages and some ones which had an element of implicit threat in them. So I'll put it like that. And so I'm a bit more careful at the moment. Trying to think other ways, you know.
I give you my mobile number or my email.
I'm good with email. I'm not that great on the phone, but an email would be good. But I'm a bit concerned that if you put it here, what's another way to do it? Trying to figure out another way. If there's a private element here, how does this work? Oh no, it doesn't work. Well, could we say this? If we try this again, and maybe I'll put some notice up, they're going to try do another live again. And if you're able to come on, hopefully the connection would be better. And that would help. Oh, thank you, Truth Finder. Yeah, I've kind of tend to delete them. People were contacting people I know on Facebook and saying that I was I won't go into the details, but there's some pretty unpleasant stuff that they were accusing me of. So it got a bit weird. That's died down a bit now, but so I'm a bit more careful because this is going on YouTube, isn't it? And that will be repeated. If I wrote my email address there, it might be seen by certain people that are a bit strange, shall we say. I'm not talking about anyone in here, but it just seen later on the YouTube because I have had some very odd messages. Thank you, Truth Finder. I'm sorry about this, Jonathan. Yeah, it's just the old technology, isn't it? Something's gone a bit wonked. Just reboot it. Yeah, Mike suggests just rebooting it. But it would be good to chat again if we can get the things sorted with the because ideally it would be in this kind of forum where other people can hear what your experience is and what you're saying, you know.
Okay, I give you my telephone number. I don't mind, and then you text.
Would it be all right? Could we keep it in the kind of? I wouldn't want you to put your number here because this is going to be a video that other people can watch. Although I think I might be able to delete the comment afterwards, but it feels a bit difficult. But really, in terms of your experience, I think it, rather than it being just between you and I think it would be great if just everyone could hear it, and that would be ideal, wouldn't it? I don't know what everyone else feels. A burner account, yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm happy to do anything that.
If I try to do another live, if I try and do another live at some point like this, would it be possible we could try it again and then see if the audio connection's better? Because I wouldn't want anybody to miss out on what you're going to say, because you're obviously very relevantly experienced in all this. Sorry if I've missed anybody. The plug at the wall, yeah. So, but thank you. So,
well, Mark, I tell you what, if you Google Inspire Medilaw is the chambers I work with, and if you put Jonathan Moore, Inspire Medilaw, you'll find my contact details. And if you want to get in contact with me, Mark, or
thank you. In Inspire Medilaw. I'll see if I can find that.
Inspire Medilaw, and if you put Jonathan Moore, then you can actually find my contact details through that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I found the website for Inspire Medilaw, and so that's another route, isn't it? But I really hope that if we do another stream like this, if you're able to, if you are available and if you're around, and to talk more so that everyone else can hear your experience and your viewpoint, that would be great. Truth Finder says you've been threatened on one of the channels. I moderate. Yeah, gosh, yeah. So there is that element out there, unfortunately. You know, but yeah, thanks for that, Jonathan. I think I'm going to. Yeah. I really appreciate. I think. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Right, it's not really. Yeah, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? But I'll make a note of that. Inspire Medilaw. but ideally we can do it in a stream.
Yeah.
That's great. So well, thank you, Naomi, and thanks to everyone. Thanks very much, Jonathan and Janis, who left and who came on, and Samantha, and everybody else that's in the chat. And I'll probably end the stream now. This was only going to be a test thing, but I'm really glad it turned out the way it did, and that we've got something moving here. And hopefully we can get like as well as Jonathan to come back another time. We can get Richard Gill to come on, and other video makers, perhaps Carl and Stuart Gillum and other people that wish to come on and discuss things. That's what I think would be really helpful. So so thank you very much. And I don't want to just shut off before everyone knows I'm shutting off. I'm not sure what you can hear at the moment, Jonathan, whether you can hear me speaking now, or are you able to hear me at the moment, Jonathan? Or I think there's a lag, isn't there? Thank you, Tasha, and thank you, everybody. Thank you, Happy Gold and Peter. It would be, wouldn't it, Peter? Yeah, very much so. I don't have a copy of the video Truth Finder, but apparently it's still up there. But the one from a year ago, I don't have the ability. I didn't download it as such. Upgrade your IP connection if it keeps playing up, Mike says. I've got the sense that you can't hear me at the moment, Jonathan. I think that's likely, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Happy Gold. Yeah, it was a first attempt, wasn't it? So we're doing quite well, and we've kind of broken the sod, as they say, the old expression. I think it's we've done all right. I didn't want to close it down before Jonathan has realised I'm closing it down in a minute. Thank you, Sue, out of Curiosity UK. And thank you, Mike, and thank you, Truth Finder. Thank you, everybody. Happy Gold, Nana Mouse, Peter, everyone, Naomi, Slazenger, Chris, Mike. So sorry if I'm missing anyone out, but thank you, everyone. And so maybe I'll comment it. I'm going to bring the stream to a close now. Does that work? Thank you.
All right.
Oh, that's great. So cheers. Thanks very much, everyone. And take care. I think Jonathan's heard that I'm closing the thing down.
I think I can hear you, yeah. I
can
hear you.
That's great.
Yeah, keep in touch with me through the
Medilaw one. Yeah, Inspire Medilaw. I've got that as a link. So that's great. Cheerio, everyone. And thank you, Jolanta. Thank you, Happy Gold. And we'll see you soon. I'm going to say cheerio for now then. I'm just going to end the stream. I didn't want to do it before Jonathan knows that I'm ending the stream. And thank you very much, Può essere mostrato. I'm trying to pronounce that better. Anyway, okay. Cheerio, everybody. Bye. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to. Bye. Bye.